What the heck happened to Wrath of the Lich King? It seemed like a few months ago, or whenever Wrath of the Lich King came out, everybody was losing their minds about Wrath, including Blizzard. People were making videos about it left and right. Machinima was popping up about the Lich King again. All this sort of hype was just across the internet for Wrath of the Lich King. This is what Classic World of Warcraft was all about. It was all about getting to Wrath of the Lich King. Yes, Classic WoW is great. Yeah, Ragnaros and all that garbage. And yeah, TBC, Outer Space and Draenei and Illidan. Man, screw that. It's all about getting to the Lich King, dude. Climbing Icecrown Citadel, killing the Lich King. Dude, that's what Classic WoW was all about. People were freaking hyped for this expansion. And you know what? It came out and it's like nobody gives a shit anymore. Like no one cares. What the heck happened? Now, I admit, I'm gonna be 100% transparent here. I love Wrath of the Lich King. I'm wearing a freaking Nixium Death Knight shirt right now, yo. But even I'm not playing it right now. And I sat here earlier today and yesterday and the past few days, and I'm like, why the heck am I not playing Wrath of the Lich King? What have I been doing this entire time? I could be playing my Death Knight and going through like Ulduar and everything, and Trial of the Crusader and everything, and I'm not doing it. And what's everybody else doing? Where's all the Wrath content? Where's all the Wrath love? Blizzard was pumping out social media posts left and right back in the day where they were just like, dude, Wrath is coming, dude. Check out them Death Knights. Check out that Lich King. Check out Northrend Penguins. And now it's just like, it's just all stopped. I want to talk about Wrath of the Lich King today. I want to talk about what I think is the problem with Wrath and where Blizzard, I think, might have messed up a little bit when it came to Wrath of the Lich King. But first, we do have to thank this channel's sponsor, Zygor. If you want the ultimate World of Warcraft add-on for leveling in Dragonflight or Classic, profession guides, mount collecting, pet collecting, endgame progression, just whatever you want, you need to check out Zygor, linked down below in the description. It is known as World of Warcraft's greatest add-on for a reason. Wrath of the Lich King was World of Warcraft's biggest, most importantest expansion. It is Wrath of the Lich King. It was that expansion where World of Warcraft reached its peak population of over 12 million players online. And people loved this expansion. They loved the Death Knights. They loved the continuation of Arthas' storyline. They loved Northrend, the snow, the tundra, the Aurora Borealis and shit. Dude, it was freaking awesome, dude. Wrath of the Lich King introduced Inscription. It updated the talent trees. It made the classes more fun to play as. Wrath of the Lich King was a very good expansion when it came out, and it has gone down in history as World of Warcraft's best expansion ever made. Peak World of Warcraft, many people would argue. Nothing beats Wrath of the Lich King. And so, when Blizzard re-released Classic WoW back in 2019, like I said, everybody was hyped to get to Wrath of the Lich King, including myself. I was making videos even saying things like, hey, let's see what people are going to say about Wrath of the Lich King. It's been a couple of years since back then when Wrath first came out. And, are people going to like Wrath? Are they going to think it's cool? Or are they going to think it's boring now that we're in 2023? I guess we're going to find out. And here's what I think happened. First of all, I'm just going to be blunt here. I think that everyone and their mom forgot that yes, Wrath was a good expansion, but it wasn't that good of an expansion, okay? I played Wrath of the Lich King back in the day. Like when I was a young children, I was playing some Wrath of the Lich King. And I'll tell you right now from firsthand experience, this expansion was not as good as people say it was. Was it a good expansion? Of course it was a good expansion, but there was a lot of cons with Wrath that people talked about on the forums. People were making videos about it, machinima about it, whatever. Wrath did have some problems, and I think these problems have resurfaced and people are now aware of them. First and foremost, let's just talk about lore. Wrath of the Lich King's lore was kind of weird. You have Arthas, everybody's favorite World of Warcraft lore character, and all throughout Wrath's lore, Arthas is kind of just doing a I'll get you next time, kids. He's kind of pulling that over and over. He pops up, he sees you, you're causing trouble for the Scourge. I'll get you next time. You better not keep messing with me or I'm gonna get you. And then he just leaves. And you're kind of like, dude, can you just kill me? Come on, kill me, daddy. The lore was a little bit weird, and of course in Ice Cream Citadel, this was answered because, Arthas was trying to create the most powerful, undead people that he could find, and that's you guys fighting the Lich King or something. Kind of strange, it's very hit or miss for some people. The Death Knight lore, for example, how the hell did the Death Knights break free of the Lich King's command? In the comic Thessarian, it shows that if the Lich King commands you to kill your own family, you will kill them. no hesitation, no hesitation whatsoever. You're just watching yourself do horrible things. You're just completely tormented by it, but you will obey the Lich King. But apparently in the lore of Light's Hope Chapel, like the whole battle there, apparently the Lich King betraying Mograine and the Knights of the Ebon Blade, apparently that makes them go, hey, you're an asshole. We're not gonna listen to you anymore. And that's the lore. Like that's what happens. And don't give me that, oh shit, you know, it was the Ashbringer, dude. The Ashbringer's light, you know, made them like become free of the Lich King, whatever. Mograine and friends had already decided to like betray the Lich King. Like he threw the corrupted Ashbringer to Tyrion. The whole light thing hadn't even happened yet, and he already decided, hey man, the Lich King's an asshole, I'm not gonna follow him. So don't give me that BS lore explanation. I'm sick of seeing that in the damn comment section. Learn the chronological sequence of events of lore event, yo. No damn Ashbringer. They were just angry, they were salty that the Lich King told them to go out there and die. And that shouldn't have happened. Anyway, the point is that the lore was a little bit questionable. The dungeons and stuff were also very, very easy. This was the introduction of Tank and Spank, World of Warcraft, and people did not like it. Back in TBC and in Classic WoW, polymorphing and sapping and crowd control, like that was a thing, dude. That was a thing. And everybody freaking loved it, except for the people that didn't like it. But that was how you did a that's how you did a World of Warcraft dungeon. And then Wrath of the Lich King comes along. The Lich King with his big fucking frozen wiener, and he just slaps that across the face and knocks that out of the game. Now it's just Tank and Spank, dude. Just run through the dungeon as fast as you can, get those little emblems, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It was annoying. The raids at launch, oh my goodness, dude. Nax Ramus was a freaking joke, okay? Nobody liked Nax. Sartharion, even with 3 Drakes, it was not that fun. Malygos was a bitch. Dude, you guys remember that Machinima Ulduar? You know, I ain't got no epics, ain't got no achievements cause I ain't first rate. That video was amazing. And what is that video about? That's just complaining that people just want to really get to Ulduar because the raiding scene really sucked at the beginning of Wrath of the Lich King. PvP was a freaking nightmare because Wintergrasp was just a laggy mess, like causing lag for all these servers. Listen, Wrath of the Lich King was not as good as people said it was, okay? Like it was good, but damn, it wasn't that good. It was not like the holy grail of World of Warcraft, yo. And I think that people got into Wrath of the Lich King, you know, with this re-release, and they're like, oh, wow. This expansion sometimes kind of licks balls, because it kind of did. Also, did I mention Death Knights are slightly overpowered in Wrath of the Lich King? Did I mention that? Well, just so you know. So that's like the first thing that I think might have caused people to lose a lot of interest in Wrath of the Lich King. But it's definitely not the big thing. The big thing is that Blizzard decided to do something which, I mean, I can't fault them for this. I really can't. But Blizzard decided to release Dragonflight around the exact same time that Wrath of the Lich King came out. You can see the dates on your screen right now. What an odd thing to do. Like, your player base is already going to be divided between classic and, you know, modern retail WoW, and yet you sort of intentionally orchestrate the division by releasing these 2 expansions around the exact same time. Kind of strange. Dragonflight, look, Dragonflight is not a bad expansion, okay? Anyone who's played Dragonflight seriously can say it's okay. It's certainly better than Shadowlands. It's not amazing. It's not gonna blow your mind. And Dragonflight, it's got its cons. It don't exactly feel like, you know, OG Warcraft, you know, orcs versus humans and blood and fighting. I mean, Blizzard brought the factions together. You're going around petting these adorable looking dragons and stuff. Like, yes, Dragonflight has its cons, but as a whole, it's an okay expansion. And so it's not really that surprising that a lot of Wrath of the Lich King players, once Dragonflight came out, they went and played Dragonflight. I mean, that's what a lot of people would do, obviously. And you know what's strange is that after Dragonflight came out, it's like Blizzard just gave up on all the marketing for Wrath of the Lich King. I don't know if anybody else noticed that. Am I the only one? It was like Wrath of the Lich King marketing and memes and everything was all over Blizzard's social media, videos, promotions, patch overviews with content creators, blah, 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 everything that you can imagine. And then suddenly, like, all that stopped. It was like, oh, Dragonflight's out now, so, you know, screw Wrath of the Lich King. And it's like Blizzard kind of gave up on it. Like, that's kind of how I felt anyway, that Blizzard just gave up on Wrath of the Lich King once Dragonflight came out. But that's just my opinion. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. That was my impression. Wrath of the Lich King did continue, you know, to trudge along. Yes, there were videos made to promote like new patches and whatnot. Yes, you know, they got Hurricane in there. He was making those awesome CGI cinematic things, promoting what was coming up next. Hurricane, fantastic. I love his work. Check him out. But Wrath of the Lich King seemed to have been slightly discarded in favor of Dragonflight. Not that surprising. Obviously, Blizzard wants to promote their new product. But then there was a third problem, and it was something that I don't think anybody could have foreseen. And that was the rise of Hardcore Classic, OG Classic WoW. Hardcore, of course, is the thing that Blizzard eventually copied and decided to make their own version of, but before Blizzard released official Hardcore realms, you had this sudden boom in the Classic World of Warcraft community. I was a part of it, certainly, of all these people going back to the original vanilla servers and doing hardcore runs. Just playing the game over and over, seeing if you could make it to level 60. You know, you only got one life, death equals delete, so on and so forth. I even got a t-shirt for that, for those of you guys that are hardcore fans out there. I love this t-shirt. I actually got one right here. Dude, check this thing out, dude. Death equals delete. Look at that. Amazing. It's kind of all wrinkly though, because I was wearing it yesterday at the gym. Anyway, link down below in the description. The point is that World of Warcraft Hardcore shoved its big throbbing hand into the Wrath of the Lich King population and stole a ton of the player base. That didn't help Wrath of the Lich King either. Every single person and their mom was playing freaking hardcore and just running these damn hardcore runs over and over. And now Blizzard has released these official hardcore realms. So you got Dragonflight going on, you got Classic WoW going on, you got Wrath of the Lich King going on, and you got Hardcore WoW going on. Like, it's all over the place, man. Now, I'm not complaining about that, okay? Before you leave that damn comment down below saying, look at you asked for, like, you know, this division of people playing their own versions of World of Warcraft. Now you're complaining about it. I ain't complaining about that at all, bitch. All right? I actually think that's a great thing, but it certainly didn't help the damn Wrath of the Lich King population. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, there's also a fourth element that nobody wants to talk about, and it's simply this. Blizzard Entertainment kind of licks balls when it comes to their PR right now, okay? Blizzard is still kind of seen as a big frickin' joke in the gaming community. It just is what it is, okay? Like Blizzard, you know, all the scandals that have happened in the office aside, you ain't ever gonna recover from the damn Fruit Bowl incident, for example. Ain't no one gonna forget that. I don't know, Blizzard's very disconnected from their player base, let's put it that way. The point is, there's a lot of people out there that don't wanna give Blizzard money, okay? They don't wanna give Blizzard a dime. So what they're doing is these people want to play World of Warcraft, they don't want to give Blizzard any money, and so what are they doing? They're going and playing on private servers, yo! They're going and playing on like frickin' Turtle WoW and Ascension and all these other private servers and stuff that's giving better content than Blizzard Entertainment is. And that didn't help the Wrath of the Lich King population, that didn't help the World of Warcraft population in general, and all these private servers, they don't give a shit. They're just collecting all these players left and right, and their servers are hosted over in Russia, and so Blizzard can't touch them. But now, we are finally, you know, nearing the release of Ice Cream Citadel, the final raid of Wrath of the Lich King. And can Blizzard turn this around? Can they make Wrath of the Lich King, like, you know, all these players flood in to fight the Lich King, and can they make it this big epic conclusion to the most popular expansion of all time? Probably not, but if they were gonna do this, the first thing they gotta do is they gotta start promoting the crap out of Wrath of the Lich King again. They gotta start saying like, dude, this is your time to fight the Lich King. This is your time to go to Icecrown Citadel. This is the time to get Shadowmourne. This is the time to get that frickin' like Frostworm Vanquisher thing or whatever it's called, that damn flying mount that I fly around with on Nixium that I got years ago. You know, you gotta make it like this big event, Blizzard. Hype it up. Do some races, do some events. This is the Lich King that you're talking about. Start building hype, yo. Aside from that though, that's pretty much all they can do, and they ain't doing it. And it's kind of sad. I mean, people don't really appreciate Wrath of the Lich King as much as they used to back in the day, and you know, I'm included in that list. I'm not playing Wrath of the Lich King right now. I'm playing Classic WoW Hardcore. Now that I'm recording this whole video though, like every fiber of my being is like, dude, I got that paladin, dude. He's like level 74, man. He's like in Dragonblight or whatever. Like, oh, go level him. Like, that's what I'm thinking once I'm done recording this. So maybe I'll play some Wrath of the Lich King. I don't know, but I don't know. Kind of wish that Wrath had gotten a little bit more love, more of the love that maybe it deserved. I wish that Blizzard maybe had put even more attention onto it with its like promotional materials to really get more people involved. But nobody could have predicted, you know, these private servers like really growing in popularity or Classic WoW Hardcore. Nobody could have predicted that. And to be fair, if those things wouldn't have happened, who knows where World of Warcraft would be right now. World of Warcraft might just be dead in the water because nobody would care about it. I don't know. If you've sat through this whole video though, and you've just been like, dude, what makes Wrath of the Lich King such a big deal anyway? You gotta watch the video on your screen right now. What makes Wrath of the Lich King such a big deal? This video explains why this expansion is so beloved by the community, why so many people love it. You should watch it next. Thanks for watching.